7:36. Good evening and welcome. I'd like to open the public portion of the November 20th, 2024 Richfield Park Board of Education meeting. Let's begin with a salute to the flag. Mr. Bicey, can you please read the Open Public Meetings Act?
The New Jersey Open Public Meetings Law was enacted to ensure the right of the public to have advance notice of and to attend meetings of the public bodies at which any business affecting their interest is discussed or acted upon. In accordance with the provisions of this act, the Richfield Park Board of Education has caused notice of this meeting to be published by having the date, time, and place therefore posted in the Bergen Record, Star Ledger, municipal buildings, Board of Education offices, and the district website. Second part is participation for the public. Public participation will be conducted both in person and virtually through Zoom. All public will be muted throughout the meeting. Public participation comments are limited to 5 minutes. The public will be able to both speak and be seen by the Board of Education when participating virtually or telephonically via Zoom. Individuals participating virtually that wish to make comments during a public presentation will need to raise their hand by clicking the blue icon at the bottom of the Zoom window. Individuals participating by telephone that wish to make comments during the public participation will need to hit *9 on a telephone to raise their hand. The business administrator, board secretary, will then unmute individuals one at a time to speak in order as their hand was raised.
Thank you, sir. May I please have a roll call?
Mr. Cooney,
Yes.
Ms. Kraft,
Here.
Mr. Feitros, Ms. McNeil, Mr. Malou,
Here.
Ms. Rodriguez, Ms. Schmidt,
Here.
Ms. Velez,
Here.
Ms. Orth,
Here.
President Martinez.
Here, we have a quorum. Ms. Velez, can you please move the minutes from June 26th, July 24th, and August 28th of 2024? Yeah. June 26th, July 24th, and August 28th.
I so moved 301 to 303.
Please have a roll call.
Mr. Cooney,
Yes.
Ms. Kraft,
Yes.
Mr. Malou,
Yes.
Ms. Schmidt,
Yes.
Ms. Velez,
Yes.
Ms. Orth,
Yes.
President Martinez.
Yes, and the minutes pass. We have no communications from the public. We will now move on to subcommittee reports. Buildings and Grounds, Trustee Cooney.
Good evening, everyone. On November 11th, Buildings and Grounds Committee met. In attendance was Dr. Vespignani, Ms. Triglia, Mr. Bicek, Mr. Ego, myself, Dr. Martinez, Trustee Velez, and Trustee Schmidt. Agenda items, Dr. Vespignani provided the latest district goals progression and everything has been completed to this point. Facility updates, the Scarlet Strong Training Center update we received. Mr. Ego provided the recent updates and explained the final furniture delivery of the room. And then we're just waiting on some mirrors to be added in by the squat rack location. I did get a chance to see the room and it is extremely impressive. The patio outdoor learning space, Mr. Eagle reviewed the final phase, discussing the details of the patio and talked about the installation of the needed backfill and grass seedlings to complete the project. Once again, that's another beautiful space that I saw on my way in today. ROD grants, Mr. Eagle reviewed the recent updates for the ongoing ROD grant rollout for the following buildings: the high school, Grant School, Roosevelt School, and all projects are HVAC related. The DOAS project, the new coil replacement was completed and the BMS final phase has happened, on Tuesday, 11/12. The new Roosevelt Elementary School gym lighting, the new lighting was installed over the teacher convention break and was a long overdue project that brightened up the space tremendously. Technology updates, Mr. Eagle stated that all the major projects have been completed. The final phase will be completed after hours and weekends to avoid affecting learning access during the school day. All building facilities could maintain their Wi-Fi access, even if the high school were to drop connectivity. The high school will need to have a complete installation of clocks and bell system to replace the outdated system, which is over 50 years old. And just a quick update on the movement of central office to Challenger Road. The change of use county inspection at Lincoln School resulted in all approvals granted by the Bergen County office. And additionally, the district is likely to save approximately $2 million over the next 4 years due to the current uses of space. The meeting ended at 5:31 p.m. The next meeting is scheduled for December 9th. And that concludes the building and grounds report. Thank you.
Thank you, trustee Cooney. Faculty and programs, trustee Kraft.
Good evening, everyone. The Faculty and Programs Committee met on November 12th. Present were Dr. Vespignani, Ms. Triglia, myself, President Martinez, trustee Rodriguez, and trustee Velez. We discussed the progress on the district goals, in particular focus on the revised INRS process, evaluation and feedback protocols, the rebranding of the district, the mission state revision process, and the ongoing goal of creating a new mission statement. We discussed the TA and the registered behavior technician sidebar agreement on today's agenda, the strength and conditioning coach recommendation on today's agenda. We also discussed the enrichment program update with the winter agreement, and we're hoping to expand the course offerings in the winter, and feedback has been very well received thus far. We discussed some of the awesome upgrades from the junior senior high school counseling department with regard to the senior timeline. We're happy to hear that that document is now translated into Spanish for our Spanish speaking families. We discussed the October 30th financial aid night and the Parent Garden Academy with regards to supporting parents with the FAFSA process. And we're looking forward to hopefully having a third additional night in the future. We discussed the EduStaff revised agreement for our teaching assistants and chronic absenteeism parent surveys and what the protocols are for that. We also discussed the after-school academic intervention program through K through 8. It's going to be a 14-week program for students in grades 3 through 8 with a summer program included as well. Our next meeting is on December 10th.
Thank you, trustee Kraft. Finance and insurance, trustee Velez.
Hello, everyone. Finance met on November 11th, 2024 at 6 p.m. In attendance were Dr. Vespignani, Ms. Triglia, Mr. Bisick, Ms. McNeil, Dr. Martinez, Mr. Malul, and myself. Dr. Vespignani reviewed the progress report on the district goals. Discussion had a focus on the process to develop the mission statement with stakeholders, then reviewed with the board. Additionally, the committee discussed the benefits of hiring a social media consultant to provide consistency among school postings, and that is on the agenda tonight for approval. Changes to the EduStaff agreement to differentiate daily rates for aides versus teachers was reviewed. Currently, both are paid at the same rate, though substitute teachers required a county certificate and have greater responsibilities in terms of class size. The change enables EduStaff to assign substitute teachers for full classroom coverage and recruit additional people who do not have county certificates to substitute as aides. After-school academic intervention programs, K through 8 programs, will utilize available Title I funding. Title I federal funds have specific spending requirements to ensure they are used for supplemental instructions. Programs recommendations are part of tonight's agenda, with the expectations that teachers will be approved at the December meeting for programs to begin in January. The administration continues to keep us updated on the status of the collaborative federal monitoring underway. This process will ensure federal funds approved for IDEA, special education, approximately $700,000, and title funding pending state approval, approximately $500,000, is utilized and documented appropriately. The nature of federal funding is primarily supplemental program, special education, after school and summer. SY 23-24 year-end audit was completed with board presentation pending. July 24th through October 24th, cash reports are with the treasurer for certification. Budget presentation is underway and progress will be reported out in committee meetings. Our next meeting is scheduled for December 9th, 2024. Thank you.
Thank you, trustee Velez. And without further ado, the superintendent's report.
Thank you, President Martinez, and good evening to the board and our community tuning in both virtually. And today we have a great in-house audience as we have some student presentations and some recognition. Great to be with you. First, I respectfully submit the HIB report that was presented to the board in executive session. There were no new HIB cases reported. And in school news in our pre-K 6 buildings, an exciting time of year with students participating in various events, including Halloween parades and activities, scholastic book fairs. And at Roosevelt School, some students participated in a field trip to the CTC Academy in Oakland, New Jersey. And during that time, the Roosevelt students worked with medically fragile elementary students in North Jersey. So they had a chance to observe classroom staff and, of course, interact with the students. It was reported that it was a wonderful experience for all, and our students had a chance to reflect on the values of education, hard work, kindness, empathy, and respect. Also, Roosevelt students are looking forward to their annual turkey trot just before the Thanksgiving recess and the holiday gift shop in December. And at Grant School, they've been recognizing students with perfect attendance. So far in September, there were 140 students, and in October, 127 with perfect attendance. Great job. At the junior senior high school, students had the opportunity to attend the first formal social events of the year in October with the homecoming dance at the Elks Club for grades 9 through 12 and the fall ball for students in grades 7th and 8th. The first marking period has closed, and they will be recognizing students who have earned honor and high honor roll accolades, as well as those students who had perfect attendance for the first quarter. I wanted to just comment on a few agenda items. First, you may recall at our July 24th board meeting, I presented our 3 district goals, and goal number 2 was to enhance community engagement and perception through a rebranding initiative. One of the major activities in my action plan presented to the board was to explore a partnership with a social media manager to improve press releases, success stories, and to further the district's rebranding efforts. So this evening, I'm pleased to recommend an independent contractor agreement for a social media manager. So to be clear, this is not a district employee. This is an independent agreement. It's actually with the same company that the village uses for their social media management. So as a result, this will help facilitate coordination between the district and village events. This role will primarily assist with managing the district's social media presence and consistently providing informative content, fostering engagement, and also expanding our follower networks at the district level. But it's not just limited to our social media needs. It's also going to be organizing and generating content for a biweekly digital newsletter that we're hopeful to begin and launch in January. It will also assist with exploring options for a new website platform. Also on the agenda, I'm recommending an agreement with Principi Prep. This is an organization that will be providing direct support to our seniors and their families for completion of the free application and federal student aid, commonly referred to as the FAFSA, which is now a high school graduation requirement. So pending the board's approval this evening, under my Parent Guardian Academy Learning Event program, our seniors and their families should expect an invitation to attend one of the 3 events that will be held. It's also important to note that this program is at no cost to our families, and it will be funded through Title IV. So as I had indicated, we have a number of student presentations, but I first wanted to recognize and welcome our student reps, Jillian and Ava, for their report. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Jillian Dolce. I am the student government president.
And I'm Ava Salcedo, the senior class president. Over the last month, the junior and senior high school has been busy with academics, sports, assemblies, and trips. Here are some highlights of trips in this past month. Yesterday, the student government visited the Intrepid Sea, Air, and Space Museum in New York City. This trip offered numerous benefits for students, making it an enriching educational and team-building experience. Today, students from Mr. Steffen's aviation class attended Newark International Airport FAA Air Traffic Control Tower. It is a highly secure federal building run by people with more aviation aviation security clearance in some areas than the Secret Service. The RP aviation class had the first-hand look inside the top of the tower live while planes were landing and taking off. Tomorrow, our ML students will be taking a trip to visit New York City University. NJCU offers exquisite programming for multilingual students. Additionally, last week, ML students visited Keene University in Union, New Jersey. Keene offers exquisite programming for multilingual students, including a Spanish-speaking program called Soprana. Both trips are a good opportunity for students to visit the campus and learn about what the universities have to offer. Last but not least, last week, the Royal Scarlets Chorus attended the workshop at Woodridge High School. It was a great opportunity for students to receive instruction from other chorus directors and also meet students their age who are participating in similar activities to them. 2 assemblies to note were in this past month as well. Juniors and seniors listened to Matthew Bolchi here in RP, while our 8th graders went to Little Ferry to listen to him speak. Mr. Bolchi spoke about his journey through trauma, grief, addiction, and recovery. It was once again co-sponsored by the generosity of the Little Ferry and Richfield Park Police Departments. Last week, the 7th and 8th graders also attended an assembly to listen to Lisa Rizzo, entrepreneur and founder of Limitless Slides. Lisa spoke to our students about building self-confidence, navigating social media with a strong mindset, and learning to embrace their limitless potential. The student government is also promoting Grateful Grams during lunch. We are encouraging students to fill out a Grateful Gram to let other students, friends, or teachers know why they are grateful for them. We are doing this in hopes to express kindness, build on our community, and connections to one another.
Last month, many of our juniors and seniors were trained to work at the election polls. You may have seen them at your voting station earlier this month. It was a great experience for the students, and they even got paid for their time. Now turning to sports, the Scarlets football team just missed finishing the season at an average of 500 after starting off 0-3. Their final record was 3-5, showing the amount of fight that this group had. They played hard until the very end, and that earned them a 30-8 win over Dickinson in their last game. In that game, senior Dorian Gator scored his first touchdown, and senior offensive lineman Noah Everts got his first carry ever. They celebrated the exciting win on the whole bus ride back from Jersey City. Kevin Velasquez, Francisco Then, and Isaiah Carlos earned first-team All-League. Aaron Vargas, Andrew Poss, and Noah Everts earned second-team All-League, and Dorian Gator earned honorable mention All-League. The boys and girls cross-country team had a strong showing in both the county group championship and the state sectional championship. Also, 3 freshmen earned medals at the freshman county championship. The volleyball team finished their season with a 15-9 record and recorded their highest win total in 10 years. Junior libero Rachel McGallis was named Bergen Record Athlete of the Week, making her the first volleyball player in school history to earn this title, and 6 girls were recognized with all-league honors. The Lady Scarlets soccer program concluded with a tough-fought game against one of the best teams in North Jersey. This team competed in every game that they played this season, and it was recognized by opposing coaches, fans, and the officials. Senior captain Carolina Estrada earned first-team All-League in back-to-back seasons. Senior captains Juliana Lara and Isabel Gamero earned second-team All-League. Junior 3-sport athlete Ivana Caperso earned second-team All-League. And freshman goalkeeper Adriana Garcia also earned second-team All-League. Senior standout student athlete Samira Pena earned honorable mention for her excellence in the classroom, community, and on the field. Coach Lax also earned Coach of the Year for the Big North American Division, being recognized for the improvement the program had shown and the competitiveness the team demonstrates. That's all we have to report tonight. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you, Jill and Ava, for that report. Always great to hear, some of the happenings from the student lens. So thank you. All right, and staying true to the agenda, this evening we have a Chirp Cafe presentation. You may recall at our September 18th board meeting, I had shared the State of the District presentation that highlighted the progress of our career and technical education program under the leadership of Ms. Alina Duran, our supervisor of business, art, music, and CTE. And as a follow-up to that, I'm pleased to welcome Ms. Duran and the students of Mr. Singer's Honors Business Management class. I believe we have Ava, Isabella, Elena, and Angel to present an update on the development of the Chirp Cafe. So welcome, and we look forward to the presentation.
Thank you, everyone. Just give me 1 second so I can make sure that I am sharing appropriately. We will have some volume to share. Okay. All right. So good evening, everyone. Thank you for having us. I've been here before presenting about the CTE program and our work-based learning. And I'm really proud to say that we've made a lot of progress in being able to open our school-based enterprise, which is a really key component of our CTE program. So part of the CTE requirements say that we have to have work-based learning experiences provided to the students. There's different things that those could be. There's different types of experiences, but what we've chosen to focus on is the cafe, which you can see over there. Hopefully everyone was able to, in the board, grab a cake and have some coffee. And I'm really proud of the progress that these students have made. They've worked very hard on this presentation to be ready and to show you what their plan is. So without further ado, I'm going to hand it off to the students and I will stand in the background for support.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Ava Salcedo.
My name is Isabella Marin.
I'm Angel Velasquez.
And I'm Lena Nguyen.
And we are a part of the Honors Business Management class. And we are a part of the CTE program, which means that we've taken 3 business classes our whole high school career to reach to this point. And today we are here to present the Chirp Cafe to you guys. On your handouts, as you see on your table, we have our standards covered, which will go into a little depth of what we will cover. And our presentation will go over videos, which fully show what we are explaining in the handout. So further ado. So the first thing we would go over is my slide, which is operations. And this video will go into depth about the training, which is open, closing, as in our actual operations on a daily basis, as well as training.
Please excuse that. That is the issue with sharing through the Zoom. It's not giving me the option to share my audio. So we're gonna play the slide as is. So it'll be broadcasting from my laptop. I'll try to move the microphone for it.
That's the responsibility. From preparing your food to making sure every equipment works in order and in detail matters. And don't forget, the menu must always be visible and inviting. Starting the day off with a positive attitude, always has to as we end off our day, our closing procedures mirror our opening. Having this is crucial and we can prepare for the next day. During this, students maintain operations by keeping the workspace tight and staying aware of self. Accountability is students are trained to board actively, respond to questions, and treat customer report. Health and safety are our top priority. We are here to shift food handling and sanitation regulations to keep everyone safe. Training on safe practices and making sure that we are putting equipment on hand to ensure that we're prepared for anything. Security is important. So our heart is only limited to our honors business management class, and we want to help them. When teacher supervision, students can focus on providing a safe environment. At the Cafe, we are committed to providing an enjoyable and safe environment for our guests, while also learning valuable skills for our future.
And correction on the video, our Chirp Cafe is also open to our culinary students and our marketing students.
Oh, no. Now we're going to talk about marketing information management. The audio is a little messed up, but I will go through it. We're going to talk about marketing data, promotional dynamic pricing, and customer preferences.
Favorite
Okay, so here we're talking about how our menu and customer feedback is going to affect how well we're going to present our products to our customers. Customer feedback, social media, surveys, this will all help us put everything together so we can present it to you and everybody else. And
sorry, let me take a second. We will keep an eye on what's selling, so it helps us choose our choices and products. In the end, there will be a survey that you could fill out so you could help us with customer feedback.
Next, I will be describing pricing segment, which gives us an insight on our pricing strategies, bundle pricing, seasonal pricing, and cost plus pricing. This allows the Chirp Cafe to align pricing with customer needs and market trends.
Customer satisfaction and bundle pricing will encourage many to purchase one by offering discounts on combinations of our most popular items. While seasonal pricing can create units per customer who receive excitement from seasonal items. Cost plus pricing will ensure that aside from revenue, our business will gain profit by adding the market to cover production costs. While value-based pricing allows us to charge higher for premium.
So now I'll be going over the segment of promotion. And the importance of promotion is really to build brand interest as well as brand awareness. And this video will go further into depth about this topic. Increase your brand awareness as well as interest. For example, as Halloween approaches, you had all decoration to help us advertise our seasonal menu items. When teachers and students walk around the halls, the first thing they notice is our code. So you see, it's important that we stay safe for our parents, that can be crucial to brand awareness and interest. There are times we can't help it. Decorative items to enhance the visual appeal of your cafe. Please contact the senior or the administrative office. So just to reiterate some of the important points I covered in this video, firstly, staying up to date with the appearance of the Chirp Cafe will be very important because it also helps us advertise our seasonal menu items. And by any chance, if you guys have any seasonal decorations lying around the house, and please feel free to donate them to us by reaching out to one of the emails below. All right. Now I'll also be covering market planning. And market planning refers to the process that allows us to develop our market strategies. Market planning consists of topics such as customer profile. And at the Chirp Cafe, our customers are teachers and students. So now on the purple bar graph, we ask students, what time of day would you most likely to be able to purchase from the Chirp Cafe? With the majority of students selecting that they would purchase during the last few periods of the day. On the brown bar graph, we asked the same question to teachers, and the majority of teachers selected that they would also buy during the last period of the day. Now, at the bottom bar graph, we asked both parties, what factors influence your decision when buying food or beverages? And the most selected answer was quality. So quality is a very important factor that we must take into consideration when preparing any food or beverages. So by any chance, if anyone knows any high quality vendors that will help our culinary students put forth food of the highest quality, please feel free to contact us.
So in this segment, we will go through product and service management. And this will basically give an overview or a stock turnover, which is how much we sell and replace our inventory, and our quality control when it comes to taste testing and making sure that we have sanitary protocols in place. We're diving into two vital aspects of our operation: quality control and stock turnover. Quality control is essential for product excellence and customer satisfaction. Regular taste tests help ensure that every item meets our high standards. By engaging with product directly, students learn
to appreciate what makes our offerings special. Happy customers means a thriving cafe. Being a community-oriented business is just as important. We actively engage with our local communities by participating in events and supporting initiatives. This involvement helps us connect with our customers, fostering loyalty and a sense of belonging. When customers support local enterprises, it strengthens our community's ties. Now let's talk about stock turnover. This refers to how quickly we sell and replace our inventory. For example, we sell 100 sandwiches each day and want to maintain a turnover rate of 5 times per week. We need to keep at least 500 sandwiches in stock. For baked goods like muffins, if we sell 50 each day for a turnover rate of 3 times a week, we should have at least 150 muffins ready. By monitoring our stock turnover, we ensure that our products are available while minimizing waste. This balance not only keeps our cafe running smoothly, but also helps us serve our community better. At Chirp Cafe, quality and community engagement go hand in hand. Join us as we continue to build connections and provide products above your standards.
Next, I'll be discussing selling, which is designed to prioritize customers while maintaining professionalism throughout all situations. It ensures a positive experience and fosters loyalty long-term.
To ensure that our customers receive satisfaction, our staff will remain professional throughout all situations. A single barista greets a customer warmly and helps them decide on an order by suggesting complimentary items and processes the payment smoothly. When a complaint arises about the drink, the barista stays calm, apologizes, and offers to remake it. Throughout the day, the barista tracks sales and monitors inventory to ensure everything is in order.
Okay, now we're going to talk about human resources management. Here we will talk about how we will train and develop employees to become effective and efficient. This will help the culinary students and business students to treat the customers, understand merchandise, point of sale, and with the recipe accuracy that we will present the products to you.
In fostering every student-run business, our journey should begin with a comprehensive orientation for both business and cooking students. The basic farming public functions, understanding merchandise, mastering point of sale, training students on customer service. Meanwhile, department focusing on the teaching skills, the recipe accuracy, presentation of the food, creativity, and adaptability. Teamwork, communication, is key. At Chirp Cafe, we motivate our employees for a strong sense of ownership. Each student will treat the cafe as well. We encourage communication among employees with sales staff, creating an engagement atmosphere that keeps everyone motivated. Fostering the right work environment is key. We will support employee well-being, offering flexible sessions to accommodate student needs. Lastly, training is essential for our success. We will provide orientation and in-depth job-specific training. Experienced students like us will teach newcomers, ensuring knowledge transfer and continuity. Now we're going to take the next step, bringing this vision to life. A group of the Chirp Cafe can become a real-world learning experience, empowering students to develop resilience and culinary skills that will last a lifetime. Creating a space where students can thrive and help our community grow. Let's start the Chirp Cafe together.
Now ending the proposal, I really want to thank you so much for this opportunity and I want to help you so much for this opportunity to help us create the environment of this high school place where students can build career acknowledgement and make the high school experience a lot better. We have the survey right here that you could fill out, and it's also on the handout for customer feedback. And we have the email, which is chirp@rpschools.net, where you could help us with pricing feedback, help us find quality vendors, quality ingredients, and email us if you have any seasonal decorations that you would like to donate. So thank you so much for your time. And if you have any questions, we will be happy to answer them.
Let me be the first to say thank you so much for sharing and presenting this evening. It's clear that you put a lot of thought and hard work into the development of not only the presentation, but the Chirp Cafe as a whole. We're thrilled to see the progress. And, public speaking is very challenging, and I thought you all did a really, really excellent job. So thank you for that. Happy to open it up to the board if they have any questions about the program or the CTE component.
Who made the cake?
Our culinary students made the cake.
As you can tell, I'm not adverse to eating cake, and I will tell you that this was excellent cake. I'll give you a 9.5. I will give you a 10 because you could always strive for better, but this was excellent cake. I do expect you at the next board meeting for another piece.
Thank you so much.
I just want to say that I'm really impressed as a business administrator professional. I didn't know what a business plan was until my second year in college. You guys are ahead of the game. You know now what it takes. You have a taste of what it takes to be an entrepreneur. So go for it. Thank you.
Thank you.
I just wanted to ask, is all the food that's served at the Chirp Cafe created by the culinary students? Do they create all the items that you sell, or do you get prepackaged items and sell those as well?
So I'm gonna answer this one for them because they're in the business program, but the culinary students, the goal is that under the guidance of Ms. Leader, they will ultimately be able to prepare the offerings at the cart. As we're starting it up, it might be a little bit of a mix, but the ultimate goal is that the culinary students are able to prepare everything. Yep.
I'll just add very quickly that as a psychologist, I thought I could avoid math and business and those type of topics. And I've worked in hospital my entire career. And many times I wanted to open up a small business and open up my own private office. And what kept me from doing it was that I didn't know business. I wasn't taught business in school. So you guys are way ahead of the game, and I commend you. And I hope that this program really expands to other kids. I can't imagine a kid that could come out of here that wouldn't benefit from having business savvy. So thank you.
I'll just add, I think four of you did a tremendous job presenting in front of everybody and presenting your plan. The food was delicious. And it's exciting to see this. So thank you to Mr. Ann for leading this and planting the seed in these four young, phenomenal humans in front of us. So great job. You should feel really proud of yourselves.
Yeah.
All right, thank you again. We look forward to great things to come from the Chirp Cafe. So thank you for spending the evening with us.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Mr. Hahn. All right, shifting gears and again, staying true to the agenda, I'm excited to welcome our athletic director, Mr. Raimondi, to share a fall athletics recognition update. We have lots of great items to share. We look forward to the report.
Thank you, Dr. V. And in this season of Thanksgiving, I would like to give thanks to the Board of Ed for assembling one of the finest central office administrative teams that we could ask for and for fully supporting them. What has been going on here the last year and a half has been nothing short of remarkable. As you come here and you see some of the physical improvements that have been done to the facility, it's just outstanding. And we're driving instruction to the highest level that we can, and we're being challenged to do so. And we're so grateful to this team here, Carmela, Mr. Beisig, Dr. V. We couldn't be happier, honestly. So thank you so much. I'd be remiss too if I didn't thank Mrs. Cavins for her outstanding leadership. It's outstanding, and I'm honored and privileged to be part of this team. I really am. Thank you. At this time, I'd like to call up Coach Muri and the girls cross country team. I must say, these young ladies, they're back-to-back division champions. And with that, Coach Muri was given the honor of Big North Conference American Division Coach of the Year. I've been an educator for a pretty long time now in Richfield Park, and I got to tell you, this is one of the most hardest working group of kids I've ever seen in my tenure here. Seriously. Between last summer, this summer, these girls, when I came rolling down the hill about, 7:15, pretty early morning in the summer, these kids were out there running, and I mean running, like working hard, and their hard work has clearly paid off. Under the tutelage of Coach Miri, they got themselves ready to go, and hard work pays off, right? And it did for these young ladies that are here tonight. So I'd like to recognize, please stand forward when I call your name, Juliana Tabaris, Brianna Harrison, Riley Fucci, Juliana Ricca, Kim Marshall, Shania Perry, back-to-back division champs. Very proud of these young ladies. Coach Miri, Coach of the Year. Thank you very much for your hard work and dedication. I look forward to what the future holds with you guys and wish you nothing but the best of luck moving on into your winter and spring endeavors. So thank you. All right, at this time, I'd like to call up Brittany and Michelle Lee. And Coach Iannacone is here with them. Now, I'm sure a lot of you remember Brittany's accolades, which are pretty tremendous, to say the least. And now we have her sister Michelle here with us, who's a freshman. And not all of the fall all-state accolades are in yet. So I don't want to jinx anything, but I can tell you that Brittany and Michelle were both first team All-League. Brittany was first team All-County. Michelle was second team All-County. I'm going to assume that there's going to be some All-North Jersey accolades, and there's going to be some All-State accolades that go with that. Brittany, once again, finished in the top 8 in the state. We were down there to watch. The competition was pretty fierce, and they're up there. It's a pretty impressive and cool thing to watch. These athletes are tremendous with their teammates. They're humbled. They're very good, and you wouldn't know it. They'll never let you know it. And they work with some of the kids that are brand new to tennis, and they're such a pleasure to watch and to be around. With that being said, Michelle, for her age group, I believe is the 14U. 14U is number 10 in the country, number 1 on the East Coast. And the nice thing about that is they chose to stay home and come here to Richfield Park Junior Senior High School. I was a little bit nervous during the fall when Coach Iannacone and I had to fight a little bit because the BCWCA, which is the Bergen County Women's Coaches Association, had a pretty antiquated rule that you had to play in the team county tournament in order to get all county, which unfortunately our team didn't qualify for. So we had to push and fight a little bit to make sure that our kids got their accolades that they deserve. So they were able to amend that rule, and they were able to receive all county honors. So I might have had to get a little bit forward. I was hoping Dr. V wouldn't get a phone call from the BCWCA, but we didn't. So I'm just telling myself a little bit, but I'm so glad that they were able to do that. Next year, stay tuned, because there's going to be a true singles tournament, and I'm looking forward to watching these young ladies perform in that. So thank you for being here tonight. And Rachel McGallis with Coach Seuss. Rachel is a tremendously phenomenal volleyball player. She plays the position of libero, right, Coach? Libero, which is, so now I've been here a long time. I've watched a lot of good athletes in the volleyball program. I could think of a young lady by the name of Catherine Haynes, who was a tremendous volleyball player, different player. She was tall and a spiker. Rachel's role is to really make digs which is, receiving the ball, you got to dive for it. She was all over the place, running into the bleachers. A couple times she had my heart in my throat, but she accrued over 500 digs in her career, which is tremendous. It's kind of like scoring 1,000 points in basketball, or 100 wins in wrestling. It's quite the accomplishment. And with that, we had a couple of big wins, and she was able to earn the Bergen Record Athlete of the Week accolade. She's first team all league. And she really, under the tutelage and the hard work of Coach Seuss and this group of girls, Jillian included, who did a phenomenal job presenting the fall athletics. I really appreciate you, Jill, for that. They raised the bar for our volleyball program, and really put a lot of hard work, dedication, and time in as well over the summer. A lot of people don't realize the amount of time and effort that our athletes put in on their own time. They work hard at it. They take pride in it. They're held to a higher standard by me as the athletic director here in the building. And I talk to them about that, and it's expected, and they accept that challenge. And all of our athletes, whether they're, the best player on the team, or there's somebody that doesn't play a lot and supports the team in whatever role they can support them in, they accept that challenge and they run with it. And I'll say this to anybody that'll listen: we have the greatest kids around. They're great kids. We have great coaches. As I alluded to earlier with Dr. V and Mr. Bicek, Ms. Triglia, Mr. Egu, I don't want to forget him. And the team we have assembled here, I feel like a kid in a candy store. Like, I really, coming to work every day is nothing but a pleasure for me. And I appreciate that. And I appreciate all of you. So I hope everybody has a wonderful Thanksgiving and a wonderful holiday season. Dr. V, thank you for having me here tonight, and thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Raimondi, for sharing this incredible accolades from our fall season. Really impressive, both individual team, and congratulations to our coaches as well. And similar to your sharing, Mr. Raimondi, we really appreciate your leadership within the department. As we have now developed our new training center here at the junior senior high school, and this evening I'm recommending the strength and conditioning coach. We're looking forward to taking not only our athletic programs to the next level with this center and additional coaching staff, but also for our non-student athletes who may wish to become involved in physical health and fitness. So great things happening here at the junior senior high school. And again, thank you for your time this evening, and congratulations to all of our scholar athletes. At this time, I would like to excuse our student reps. Thank you so much for your time this evening. I'm sure you have some homework and some things to tend to. We appreciate you. And that concludes my report. Thank you, President Martinez.
Thank you, Dr. Vespignani. We'll now move on to the State Monitor's report. Mr. Egan.
Yes, good evening. I'm sorry that I'm on a different computer, and I'm sorry I can't be visual. The basic report is I reviewed the financial conditions of the district. They're in more than good shape, and I'm happy to say that I can certify that there's definitely sufficient funds to get through the end of the fiscal year, and we'll be in good place. And it's mentioned in executive session that the audit for last year is finished, but it still has to be presented to the board and to the community. But it's going to be very good. And once again, it demonstrates that in my opinion, that the district has really come a long way, both financially, governance-wise, and dealing with the buildings and grounds. So ends my report.
Thank you, Mr. Egan. We'll now move on to listen to citizens' comments on agenda. Do we have anybody signed on? Please leave me at least one piece of cake. Thank you. I didn't get the half a piece. Nobody? Anybody to elevate online? All right, I guess if we have nobody to elevate, we will close the public comment period and we'll move on right to our agenda items. Trustee Kraft, I'll let you finish that bite of cake. Trustee Kraft, could you please move faculty and programs 10:01 to 10:10?
Sure. I make a motion to move FP 10:01 to FP 10:10.
Second.
Any questions or comments on faculty and programs? Seeing none, can I have a roll call?
Mr. Cooney,
Yes.
Ms. Kraft,
Yes.
Mr. Malou,
Yes.
Ms. Rodriguez,
Yes to all and abstain on 10:01.
Ms. Schmidt,
Yes.
Ms. Velez,
Yes.
Ms. Orth,
Yes.
President Martinez.
Yes. Resolutions pass. Trustee Cooney, can you please move buildings and grounds 11:01 to 11:02?
Buildings and grounds 11:01 through 11:02. I so move.
Second.
Can I please have, oh, I'm sorry, questions or comments on buildings and grounds? Seeing none, can I please have a roll call?
Mr. Cooney,
Yes.
Ms. Kraft,
Yes.
Mr. Malou,
Yes.
Ms. Rodriguez,
Yes.
Ms. Schmidt,
Yes.
Ms. Velez,
Yes.
Ms. Orth,
Yes.
President Martinez.
Yes, and the resolutions pass. Do we have it? Okay, if you could just please read the edit into finance and insurance, Mr. Picek?
We have one revision to resolution 12.17. Student ID number 70066175504 will be removed.
Any more finance? Ms.
I make a motion to move 12.01 through 12.22.
A second.
Any questions or comments on finance and insurance? Seeing none, can I please have a roll call?
I'm sorry.
Wait, we do.
I have a question on 12.22. I was wondering, Dr. V could just expand on the need for that a little bit.
Thank you. Yeah, just to perhaps, echo some of what I shared in my superintendent's report. So the need is not just limited to social media as the name would suggest. It's also very much in detail regarding our second goal for the district of rebranding. So the oversight would also be assisting with exploration of new website platform, looking at the use of logos on letterheads and email signatures, creating a much stronger presence within the community at the district level for our social media management, including Facebook, X, and Instagram, which at this point is, not the type of presence that we would want to have within the community. So it's really a matter of engaging the community, expanding the network within the community, but also bringing synergy between the village and district events. There were times last year where we had multiple events on one evening, and this has the potential to address that. So we have some synergy between the two. So, adding an employee would be much more expensive, but going this route with an independent contractor is not only cost effective, but I'm confident that it will further help us with our rebranding initiative.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I just wanted to understand the current Instagram accounts of the individual schools, those are going to remain as is, or will this person take on managing those accounts, or will those accounts be no more?
Thank you for that. The idea is to streamline those accounts, so those accounts would remain is the goal, but they would feed into this district level, presence. So we'd be pulling from some of that information, but also just in terms of rebranding and logo and, ensuring that it's clear to our users and those who interface with those platforms that these are our school accounts that then ultimately move into the district account. And on that note, we're looking to move towards a digital newsletter. We're exploring some options. The board should anticipate a recommendation in December. And this independent contractor would have oversight of creating what we're thinking would be a bi-weekly digital newsletter to send to our community. So we can post all of our flyers in there, items that would also be on social media, but also sharing some of the great happenings occurring in our school. So we are sharing and controlling the narrative as to some of these great happenings and really promoting some of the wonderful events that occur in our schools that the community may not be aware of.
Will this person be on site at events and also working on their own?
Yes, that's correct. So it would be somewhat fluid in terms of, having a presence at some of the events, but also working independently. And naturally, I would be, vetting, things such as the newsletter and items as I explained.
And I guess I'll just add to that. The current state of affairs is that we have, each one of the schools has at least one Instagram account. Sometimes teachers have their own Instagram accounts. Every sport has their own Instagram account. Some of the clubs have Instagram accounts. It's kind of all over the place.
Yeah, so the idea there is to bring some consistency and again, to streamline, some of these accounts so that, we have a more direct line to our community.
Okay, seeing no other questions, can I please have a roll call?
Yes, Mr. Cooney,
Yes.
Ms. Kraft,
Yes.
Mr. Malou,
Yes.
Ms. Rodriguez,
Yes.
Ms. Schmidt,
Yes.
Ms. Velez,
Yes.
Ms. Orth,
Yes.
President Martinez.
Yes, and the resolutions pass. Trustee Malou, can you please move the consent agenda 1301?
Make a motion, we accept the consent agenda 1301, use of facilities.
I'll second.
Any questions or comments on consent agenda?
I just have a question. So these organizations will pay use of facility charges, fees, correct?
I can comment on our partner with the enrichment program. The answer is yes. I'm not sure where the Richard Park Soccer Association falls into the classification. Mr. Bosick, if you don't have that information now, we can certainly respond to that question.
Okay, any other questions? Can I please have a roll call?
Mr. Cooney,
Yes.
Ms. Kraft,
Yes.
Mr. Malou,
Yes.
Ms. Rodriguez,
So do you have the information or I'm sorry, I didn't hear.
not at this time.
We can get back to you in regard to the classification that the letter A falls into, but B through C are paying for facilities.
Okay, abstention on 1301.
Yes.
Ms.
to the
Schmidt.
rest? I'm sorry, yes to the rest?
That's the only one.
Okay.
Yes.
Ms. Velez,
Yes.
Ms. Orth,
Clarify. If it was something, they're classified as what they're classified at. If it was if we were making some exception, we would know that. Correct. So, yes.
President Martinez.
Yes, and the resolutions pass. Trustee Velez, I know I didn't give you the heads up, but can you please move 1401 to 1407?
I so move personnel 1401 to 1407.
Second.
Do you have any questions or comments on personnel? Seeing none, can I have a roll call?
Mr. Cooney,
Yes.
Ms. Kraft,
Yes.
Mr. Malou,
Yes.
Ms. Rodriguez,
Yes.
Ms. Schmidt,
Yes.
Ms. Velez,
Yes.
Ms. Orth,
Yes.
President Martinez.
Yes, and the resolutions pass. We will now listen to the citizens' comments off agenda. Do we have anyone to elevate? Thank you. I guess we'll give it 30 seconds. Trustee Cooney, there was no more cake left, right? Okay, no one to elevate. I guess we will close citizens' comments off agenda. May I please have a motion to close the meeting?
I'll make a motion.
Second.
Second. Good night, everybody. Thank you for coming and nice work.